In a religious family that emphasized the importance of education and service to others. From a young age, he was inspired by the teachings of Islam and the idea of using one's resources and talents to help those in need. In 1972, Dr. Al-Banna moved to the United Kingdom to pursue his education. He earned a degree in chemical engineering from the University of London and went on to work for a number of companies in the oil and gas industry, which I'm sure most of you didn't know. However, he never forgot his commitment to serving others and began to volunteer his spare time with various community organizations. It was in the mid-1980s, during the devastating famine in Ethiopia, that Dr. Al-Banna became acutely aware of the need for more organized and effective humanitarian aid. He joined with a group of like-minded individuals to form Islamic Relief, which today is in almost every country in the world, which quickly became a very leading force in the field of humanitarian work. Under his leadership, Relief and Islamic Relief grew rapidly, expanding in operations in dozens of countries. The organization's work has focused on providing emergency relief to people affected by natural disasters and conflicts, as well as supporting long-term development and sustainable projects aimed at improving access to education, healthcare, and livelihoods. One of the key principles underlying Islamic Relief's work is the idea of empowering local communities to take charge of their own development. Dr. Banna has emphasized the importance of working with local partners and stakeholders to identify the most pressing needs and develop sustainable solutions which will have a lasting impact. He met us in IMA in 1995, and I met him at another development program at NESREC in 2002 before he launched Islamic Relief in South Africa. So his vision was always to grow, and as gift of the givers in our projects, we met him in Mali, and his workers in Mali, in Niger and Iraq, and the kind of work that they do is unbelievably phenomenal, but all is due to his fantastic leadership. Over the years, he has traveled extensively to visit Islamic Relief's projects around the world. He's witnessed firsthand the impact of the organization's work that has had a positive effect on the lives of millions of people, from refugees fleeing conflict to families struggling to cope with the effects of climate change. Throughout his career, Dr. Banna has been a passionate advocate for the values of compassion, empathy, and solidarity. He has worked tirelessly to promote the values both within the Muslim community and in the broader communities globally. He has been a vocal advocate for interfaith dialogue and understanding, recognition, and recognizing the importance of building bridges across different cultures and religions. His work has not gone unnoticed. He has received numerous awards and honors for his contributions to humanitarian work, including the Order of the British Empire and the Ibn Khaldun Award for Excellence in Islamic Finance and Philanthropy. He was named one of the 500 most influential Muslims in the world by the Royal Islamic Strategic Studies Center. Despite his achievements, he remains deeply committed to the work of Islamic Relief and the cause of humanitarian relief. He continues to travel extensively, meeting with beneficiaries and partners around the world. And having met him many times, like most great people and great workers, his humility is outstanding. Dr. Al-Banna.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu ala Rasulullah. Thank you, Dr. Yaqub. That's right? Repeat.
Yes. You need this?
I have one.
Okay.
Give it to the sister. It is another honor and a pleasure for me to be with you today as ex-medical doctor. And this was a dream of my mother, who wanted me to become a doctor. Alhamdulillah, when I was coming here and I was hugging some of the brothers, I said, this is my last hug in the city. I said it spontaneously without understand what the word hug means and what the word of the meaning of the warm feeling means. Even some young brothers never saw me before and I was hugging them. You know why? Because I want to get the warm feeling of the city before leaving it. Whenever you are in a city with good people like you, leave them with good feeling that you take from them with you. That's why I was hugging everybody because I needed it. I needed it to take me to Cape Town, to take me to Durban, to take me to Cape Town again, then take me to Istanbul, to Gaziantep, then to Birmingham. This warm feeling could not be explained by people because it goes from heart to heart, from soul to soul, from mind to mind. Re-energize the people who needs it, and I need it very much because I learned a lot from all the work has been done by the local community and by Islamic belief in this country. It's something I never realized in the whole of my life, that I will stand on that day, which is the 18th or 19th today, of May, here with you, with generation after generation, in different countries, to talk about a common purpose of life for the life of the people who needs to be served and need to be recognized. I need to be supported. I need to be respected. Because quite often we disrespect the poor, the miserable people, the people who wear old clothes, the people who wear dirty clothes, the people who wear no shoes, and the people who looked at us with love, and they want us to hug them, but we refuse to hug them because in our shallow mind we think that they are miserable, but they are not miserable. They are the keys for the gates of heaven. The keys for the gates of heaven. And this is what the Prophet ﷺ said. The poor people go to heaven 500 years before the rich ones because they have nothing to be asked for. Allah will let them swiftly to go there while we are questioned by Allah. How did we spend our money? How did we make our money? And why didn't we spend our money on this way and not this way? This is the value of the poor people at any country. And that's why I needed the warm feeling from the hug that I took from you today. Now I am energized. I can go till tomorrow, non-stop, because the energy that I took from the brother is actually raising my spirit, raising my soul, and raising my warm feeling. As an ex-doctor, I'm very proud that this was the dream of my mother. She wanted me to be a doctor. So I, at least, made her happy. Then she wanted me to have a PhD. That's why I came to UK to do my Doctor of Medicine. As I've been saying to young people like you, I always fail. Because nobody can live in life without failing, trying, failing, trying, then succeeding, then achieving, then impacting, then changing, then leading. You know the sequence? Succeeding, achieving, impacting, changing, and leading. At the moment, sisters and brothers who cannot afford not to be the leaders, whether you like it or not, whether you like it or not at this time that you say, I can't lead. You have the ability, we have the knowledge, we have the heart, we have the history, we have the value, we have the moral values to lead. Why you are shy to lead? We can lead by example because our example was and is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you don't take him as an example, we can't be leaders. And this is the journey which started with somebody had no clue about humanitarian work, no clue about what you are talking about, what Brother Yaqub was talking about now. Leader, prominent, legend, all this, something that I don't know. Even next week, not next week, next month, I've been awarded. I don't know the name, even the people who are awarding me. So I'm going there because I have a message. My message is Islamophobia. I'm not going to sit down and say that you need us because you don't have what we have. You don't stand what we stand. And you don't know what we know. And you are not following the Lord that we follow and the teacher that we teach or that he taught us. This is the message. At the middle of Islamophobia, you have to have a message. At the message of xenophobia, you have to have a message. And the message of extremism and counter and terrorism and radicalism, you have to have a message. We learned that from September 11. September 11 came when everybody was having a knee-jerk effect and wetting their underwear, don't know where to go. And we had this discussion, sister, on September 10th, no, not 10th, 12, 13, I can't remember exactly. Three of us were coming from the toilet, washing our hands. Myself and Dr. Ahmad and Adrian. Adrian was the head of the media. Okay, very professional man. Said, Doc, said what? Said, we have to bend our back to the strong wave and lower ourselves down. The answer, while we're washing our hands, not in our history. We are a part of the Muslim community. What happened to them happened to us. We have to stand up and defend Muslims in Europe and everywhere else, and we are going to go for the media. We are not going to let the media to break our back or our neck or to bend our back. This is what we did on the 12th or 13th or 14th of September 2001. We never bend our back to this incident because it's nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with Islam. Or the xenophobe and the Islamophobes have nothing to do with them. They are sick. That's why they throw the stones while they are living in glass houses. This is our message. When it's dark, gloomy, mystic, dangerous, you have to stand up. Say, من أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين. Nothing better than the one call upon Allah, make da'wah, then do the right things. عمل صالحا. Then proudly he said, I am a Muslim. I am a Muslim. I am a Muslim. Nothing better than that on earth. And this was the message of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This was the message of Ibrahim alayhi salam. This was the message of Musa and Isa and everyone. وأن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين. ولا تستوي الحسنة ولا السيئة. The bad deed is not like the good one. ادفع بالتي هي أحسن. Push gently the others. فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة, to find that the one, when you push gently, that you think that he's your enemy, you convert him and her to a loyal friend. ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم وما يلقاها إلا الذين صبروا وما يلقاها إلا ذو حظ عظيم. Only the patient one amongst us will be rewarded by their da'wah, their coexistence, their perseverance, and they'll be the lucky ones, because at the end of the day, it is heaven. It is heaven. It is heaven. وما يلقاها إلا الذين صبروا وما يلقاها إلا ذو حظ عظيم. Sisters, the greatest woman at the beginning of Islam who became martyr was you, representing each and every one of you. She refused to be humiliated by the kuffar of Quraysh. Hazrat, mother. You know, when you say mother, she is mother. If the child like myself dearly miss her presence, dearly miss her warm hug, because she left the city without seeing him. Mother Sumaya stood up like a mountain made of rocks, and she's still alive with us up till now. Every individual in the history of Islam, whether from the left, right, north to south, east and west, Arab and non-Arab, contributed to the journey or to the path of Islam. It's not monopolized as a monopoly of the Arabs only. It's every one of us. It's a journey. It's a journey of love, the journey of care, the journey of sharing, the journey of giving, the journey of contribution, the journey of suffering, the journey of continuity. Every generation is passing the leadership to the generation following him or her. That's why the civilization of Islam did not start from one spot. It was now when you see them coming to defend Islam, why? Because they love you. Because they want to give you their hug for leaving their city, to come to your city. And this is Islam is love. Islam is peace. Islam is giving. Islam is building. Never ever undermine the multi-dimensional understanding or approach of the message of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know, once upon a time, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting at the shade of Kaaba, talking about you and you and you and you and you and you and you. So I'm eagerly waiting to see my beloved one. The companions told him, aren't we your beloved ones? He said, no, you are my companions. The beloved ones are those who believe in me without seeing me. The act of each one of them, like you, is like the act of 50 of you. I want to see the people of South Africa. That was his dream. The people of Johannesburg, the people of London, the people of Egypt. All these places were not opened in their hearts to Muslims at that time. But he saw them. He saw his dream, and his dream happened. And this is the message that we talk about. Islamic belief is one of the instruments which inspired us and inspiring people. Medical profession is an angelical, isn't it? You are angel, isn't it? You are angels. You know what? Because you are more important than relief workers. You deal with the dying, you deal with the sick, you deal with the children. When they look at you as a doctor, they said, I'm going to be cured. The doctor is here. And everybody draw a smile. Don't ever undermine the profession of medicine. Never. Never, ever. Medicine is not about how much money we make. It's about how much life we save, how much happiness we bring, how much comfort we provide to people. Invest in the patient. Invest in the sick. Invest in the poor. Don't worry about money. Money will come, and you might not need it. We need it sometime. But sometimes, like myself, I was very stingy, doctor. Can you smell me? I used to have a smelling smell. I was a pathologist, unfortunately, dealing with the dead all the time. My golden fingers used to cut bodies of fetuses, 12 weeks, 14 weeks, 28 weeks. And this is my golden fingers. I was very good, what do you call it? Anatomist. Cutting the bodies, you know? Bodies of fetuses, bodies of babies, and bodies of others. I spent all my life in medicine cutting bodies. So don't come closer to me. And profession which opened the gates of heaven for you, because you are the hope of those people who want you. When they saw you coming to the ward or to the clinic, you know what happened to their heart? They feel that they are going to get the hug from you, the warm hug from you, which cured them. I have the youngest patient who died from grade 4 cancer of cervix at the age of 20-something. And this was the most painful of my life, to see her leaving the world. She started to have this kind of when infection affects the throat, moniliasis, monelia? Rash. It's monelia, isn't it? I still remember some medical terminology. And we gave her cortisone. She woke up, said, hey, I'm going out because I can walk. The energy gave to her. And you know cortisone, what it does. Next day, she was dead. I couldn't be able to take it anymore. And this is the feeling of a young doctor who came to try to save life of others, but he failed to save the life of this young woman. Anne-Marie, still remembering her name. Anne-Marie Donnelly, Scott, in Glasgow, when I was young at that time. I'm still young. I'm 27, by the way. You said a lot of wrong things today. I was born in, I can't cut you. 95? Oh, very good, 95. Not 1950. He is born in 1950, not me. Old man. You see, you can see there's no gray hair. It's my. So, what I am doing today, reminding myself and you of our role. Invest in patience, invest in people, invest in the life of the people who looks at you and think that you are their savior. Invest in the people, and sometimes you think that you are God. God gave you the power to cure them. Give them this hug before you leave the hospital and before they leave the world. The hug of today, for me, is like the hug that you give to every patient you see, and every poor man and woman and child you see. The hug that I'm going to miss tonight because I'm leaving tomorrow to Cape Town. I love you. Say, I love you too. I love you, inshallah. And thank you, Islamic Medical Association. The reason for coming to South Africa in 1995 is to raise funds. And this year was a very memorable year for Islamic Relief because we have shortage of money. And they sent me to Malaysia in the same summer, South Africa and Latin America. And you can imagine in the same summer, Malaysia, South Africa, and Panama, Colombia, Brazil, how many thousands of miles in a few weeks' time or a few months' time. That's why I will have the honor to meet Brother Yaqub, Dr. Yaqub. Then I had the honor to be introduced to the land of South Africa, and I had the honor that Allah let us together, because he was the first one to host me, to plant the seed of Islamic Relief tree in South Africa, 1995, in spite of the fact the tree came out as a vegetation years after that. Don't think because you put the tree, the seed in a fertile soil that it will grow. It takes time. It takes time. It takes time because Allah is preparing the land or the soil for the seed to stay forever. And if He keeps the seed underneath the soil for years, you know that the tree of this seed will become fruitful forever. Thank you for the hug you gave me. Sorry, I cannot hug women, so don't be upset. Thank you for the hug you gave me, but thank you for the warm feeling that you gave me, and thank you for meeting you and having these smiling faces and smile. Smile is a charity. Smile is a charity. Smile is a charity. Smile is a charity. This is the teacher of humanity who taught us to smile to whoever meeting us and say peace be upon everyone and anyone, everywhere and anywhere. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. حادي بادي سيدي محمد البغدادي. Give me your hug. Another hug.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله خير. Yes, Doctor. Thank you so much for those inspiring words. I think personally, I remember your visit from 2003 when you came to our convention, and it was really an inspiring moment. And there are many things which lead us to on a journey through our lives and bring us to this point where we are. And one of the steps in my journey was meeting you and hearing you speak at that convention. We pray that inshallah the message that you gave today will also be as a message that we can keep in our hearts and take us and be of use to us in our journey as we go through life. So on behalf of the organization, I'd like to thank you. And this is a small token of our appreciation.
Smile, smile.
Smile.
Unhug, okay, man. This is on behalf of you. Don't be jealous, huh?
Can I just see?
Please, yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of Islamic Faith, we'd like to thank the IMA for hosting Dr. Hani and our team, and as a small token of appreciation, inshallah, we hope Islamic Faith will go on and be successful. Dr. Hani.
No. Abu. Dr. Abu will do that. Yeah. Abu. Oh, stand there.
We take a picture together.
Yeah, stand there. Come on, Muhammad.
Everybody, all comers, come on. Relax.
Or I'll be with Africa. Come on, sister. It's a unisex photo. It's not right. We'll kick them out and bring you.
I'm
1995, not 1950.
95.
I think we need to take a photo with the sisters as well.
Yeah. You could do it.
You stay as the chairman.
I'm not the chairman, Yaqub is the chairman.
Okay. Sisters, if you want to come for the photo, come. Bismillah. Huh?
We have your permission to enjoy it.
Yeah. Bismillah. And we can also put some chairs in the front. Bring some chairs, sisters, so some of you can sit down. Bring some chairs. Brother, Nawaz, bring some chairs. So can some sisters sit down? Yeah. Bismillah. Some more chairs. Sister. Some more chairs. Huh? Yeah, because somebody sit here. Bismillah. Sit down, sister. Sit here. Come on, sister.
There we go.
Is everybody there?
Say, what's happening?
I'm taking this, the position. I'm taking the next President's Association.
Last one.
Thank you. May Allah bless you, inshallah.
Reward you and keep you strong.
Ameen, inshallah.
Accept all your work.
Ameen, inshallah. May Allah bless you, inshallah. So the last hug in the city. The last hug in the city.
It can't be.
Well, anyway, virtual hug. Okay, all of us? Come on. No.
I want the photo with her.
Okay. Want a photo with me?
Yes.
Adida, you can tour with Dr. Hani now and be social media person.
I think I can be your PA, doctor.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on. Go on. Thank you.
Thank you.
May Allah bless you.
My father studied in Egypt.
Oh,
Yeah, in
well,
Alexandria in the medical university.
oh, you came
Yes.
from Alexandria.
Yeah.
Yeah. May Allah bless you, inshallah.
Maureen, Maureen, should you switch that off? Is it? Okay, because she will upload it without dropping.